and can't go longer than 30 seconds or we're in trouble. Nerdy!
And Flirty.
And Chicote and Foxy, you'll see popping in the back. Guys, we are going to take you, because we want to share it with you, not just ourselves, on one of the 3 getaways that we take a year. And when we say getaways, it's not one of these that's we're going to go down the block and get a hotel room. We're going to go off the grid. No cell, no Wi-Fi. No, we're going to be totally off the grid. And we just wanted to share it with you guys. So, with no more further ado, and less chatting from me.
That never happens.
You want to tell our audience anything?
Hey!
I know we didn't start this out with hello everybody.
Hello everybody!
Hopefully,
Chicote's super excited.
yeah, these guys have been so excited they've been pretty much pulling us off the couch. Hopefully this might be your first video, but hopefully you've seen some of our others. But you know how you can find out when we have our videos?
By subscribing and liking.
There we go.
Because we're going to go on lots of adventures, and we want you to come along. So
yeah.
Come along, let's go!
Tell your friends, tell your families. Let somebody in Japan go on a camping trip in Utah.
Let's go.
Okay, take care guys, and enjoy the ride.
All set up.
Finally, now we can relax.
Is that your favorite part of camping?
That's the whole thing about camping. I mean, people talk about, they make fun of it, how you're spending hundreds of dollars to live like a homeless person for a little bit, but you can't beat the peace, the quiet, the nature.
And it's gonna be awesome. So watch all our adventures on this camping trip, because we like to chill. We have fun activities we like to do.
Chill. Just get away from it, disconnect. Get back to the biological grounding to the earth and getting our biorhythms and all that other new age stuff back in order. No offense, we truly believe in it too. I'm just having some fun.
He's a dork like that. Guess what time it is?
Foxy, Chicote, what time is it? What time is it?
Is it time to go for a walk?
Yay!
As soon as we finish dinner.
We put the fire out.
That's what they're
Heat
doing.
these two up. And we go take a walk. So I'll show you around the camp a little bit. You guys act like you've never been here before.
Not today, they haven't.
Wait. Wait. Good boy, Chicote. Wait. Okay, let's go. We should probably use this road for our go get mommy, go get daddy to tire them out.
Yeah.
Look at the views. That's why we love coming up here.
So pretty.
Animals we've seen up here are trash pandas, aka raccoons. Seen deer. They have bear signs up all over the place. I've not seen a bear up here before. Good babies.
Dog cam. Let's see if they know the walk. Where exactly do we go, Chicote and Foxy? Keep going. So there's a specific walk we go on.
There's a couple of paths in this park that you can go. We try not to use the ones that'll put us in somebody else's campsite. They know.
You go in front of you. Like, in front of you, but middle. Go.
Chicote's usually pretty good about walking. He won't necessarily test the limits of the leash. It's the other one we gotta worry about.
She's just bossy.
But there's a bunch of these trails, not only in the campgrounds, but up all through the park here. I think this is the main feed to Tibble Fort Reservoir, which we'll see later today, or later in the video.
Cute little waterfall.
Wait, Chicote. Foxy, wait. Good girl. Okay, wait. 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 Good boy. So we're coming upon the ideal spot in this campsite. It's the furthest away, less likely for any cross traffic. And whereas they give you 6 months to book this out, if you are 5 months, 29 days, and 1 hour, it'll be booked out. That's how popular this one is. This would be cooler if we hooked them up with dog harnesses, GoPros. She hears a squirrel.
Squirrel?
We should have called her Doug.
Squirrel? Where's the squirrel?
Oh, the other nice thing about this site, this campgrounds, is they have double sites, so you can like resort for a family reunion or something, bunch of friends.
Coco? Scotty, you like to walk?
The funny thing about Foxy, she'll chase anything, but I don't know if she'd even know what to do with it if she caught it.
So true. She's a spaz. We could say, squirrel! 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 Where is it?
We've made her neurotic. You should see her with a red light, which you probably will.
Foxy! Foxy! Okay, let's go.
Now, as you can see, all throughout the campgrounds, you're going to see dense stands of aspens, Douglas firs, spruce, and pine trees at an elevation of 6,400 feet. It's the Wasatch Peaks that you see surrounding the area. These guys are definitely than their parents, so this is pretty much our walk.
What are you saying?
Same thing you say about me. I'm old.
Yeah, you're old. Yeah.
Okay, welcome to our adventure. Actually, this is probably our most adventurous part of our trip, and the camera person's going to figure out why. Silver Lake Flats, 3 miles, here we come.
It's up this dirt road. The first time we did it, we basically pooped our pants.
And chickened out. So, come with us. You'll get the full experience on the ride up.
Let's go!
view. And this is where the derriere puckering comes into play when you're driving alongside. Now, if you don't want to go up to the reservoir like we do, they even got a little trailhead that starts here too. But isn't that gorgeous? Reservoir. We're a little shocked about level. It's dropped. They've drained it quite a bit. But this one feeds the other reservoir that we're going to be looking at probably tomorrow, Tybalt Fork, which is easier, more accessible, and a lot more tourist friendly. This is a rugged, as you can tell by the drive, trip up here, but it's nice, peaceful, quiet. But we'll show you what kind of fun we have up here. Alright.
So the fires are roaring. It's been a crazy busy day. We still have another
full day yet. Full day and a half.
We're super excited. So one thing we like to do at night, when we are just chilling, getting ready for bed, settling the animals down, we just like to sit around the campfire and listen to a book. We use audible.com, and a lot of times what we like to listen to is motivational. So these last 2 times that we've been up, we've been listening to
Jack Canfield,
the success principles.
The success principles.
How to get from where you are to where you want to be. And I think that this book really helped us when we were first deciding to start this channel. It lit a fire under us, totally.
Well, what? No, that wasn't the original fire. What was the one that sparked the fire? What did you tell me the reason we needed to do this?
I have no idea.
You said it was 2 times in a row that
I'd had a dream.
Yeah.
And So we just both decided to go for it. So what's something that you've learned from this book series?
Well, I'm still, books like this I like to listen to all the way through, then go back and listen and take notes. Last time we were up here, it's the biggest question that we should all be asking ourselves, and most of us never do because we get stuck in a rut. It's, what is your purpose? What are you here meant to do? And like I say, you go day by day, head down, trudging along. That rut gets so deep that you forget that, and then you forget you have a purpose or what that purpose is. I've been asking myself ever since last month, and I'm still hoping I'm on the right path now. I'm a people person. I love to have fun. I love to joke. I love to make people laugh, and I love to entertain. So,
Sum it up in one word.
somewhat.
Or two.
Or two. Don't give up your dreams. I know that's more than two words.
That's 5.
I'm a rebel.
So I would say mine would be empowerment and love.
Well, you've always been about that. That's what I've always admired about you.
I just love this book because it does give you that kick in the butt you need sometimes. I think sometimes we just get in the habit of doing the same stuff all the time, and our life isn't about working and living the day-to-day. I think there's something way bigger out there than just a routine of doing the same thing all the time. And this book, it just really gave us that kick in the butt of, especially him, I think life was just getting too mundane for him to the point where it was
drudgery.
Yeah. So
and with this channel and this video that you're watching, we're taking part in one of the steps that planning is not enough. You've got to do. So we kind of threw this together, and we're winging this as we go. So tips are always helpful.
yes. So we usually just listen to this whatever book we're listening to for a couple hours and just watch the fire, just really focus and
What's your favorite part of the fire?
The coals.
I can tell you, I can attest to that. She likes it when it gets pitch black, which it does probably about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and you just see that glowing red.
It's amazing.
I like the flames. I'm a flame guy.
So, anyways, we will come back to you tomorrow with our next adventure. It's going to be a fun one.
And we hope you enjoy. But for now, good night. Sleep tight.
Don't let the bed bugs bed.
Blah, 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 blah.
Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Blah, blah, blah.
See you in a minute.
No, you'll see us a few hours later.
So,
Welcome to our chill.
what are we doing?
How many months ago was it? A few months ago, we discovered it is monotonous, but it's focusing and called diamond art. Basically, you take a picture. There's a company that will pixelate it to however big you want. We have a couple of 70 by 50s. I am doing a Doctor Who themed Van Gogh type picture.
And I'm doing the Yoga Jesus.
The Yoga Jesus. You send it off to them and they send it back to you in chart form. And then, as you can see, you sit there and go, these are the beads. And you go by codes. When we're camping up here, I usually just zone out with one of my, I call them candy books. It's a novel. As we spoke about last night, we work on how to better ourselves. And this is just pure fun. I'm actually listening to Stephen King's Dr. Sleep, which is a sequel to The Shining that I never knew about. And I am using Aftershok's Air Bluetooth so as not to disturb Flirty.
He listens to some weird stuff.
It's Stephen King.
He's weird.
What do you do? What do you think about when you're doing yours, or what do you contemplate?
Lately it's been, what are we gonna do on Nerdy and Flirty? I also like to reminisce some of the things that I used to do as a kid when we would go camping.
Like what?
Like, we would play pranks on the parents all the time. So when we would go camping, it wasn't just our family, it was like...
you mean your immediate family? It'd be like a family reunion type thing?
Kind of, but they weren't all family.
Oh.
And it was my grandparents' neighborhood, like all those families.
Oh.
And we were called the Stuffers. But we would go and we would like play pranks on the adults or the older kids, and it was just fun. Like all day long you would sit there and contemplate what prank you're gonna do, whether it was like putting rocks in their sleeping bag or like jumping out and surprising them. And like, I just remember how adventurous we were when we were kids, and we would go to this this little creek area that was really magical, and I had troll dolls and I would play with them and have like this whole new world that I would live in while we would go camping and stuff. But the pranks were always super fun because you'd kind of get away with it more because you're camping and everybody wants to have fun, and as long as the pranks that you did weren't like hurting other people, no one really cared. Because there were so many of us, also we used to do an auction, and so everybody would be required to bring a white elephant gift, and then they would do an auction like the last night, and all that money that would go to the auction would go to pay for our campsites, and then whatever was left was divvied out between the parents. But they tried to get like most of the campsite being paid for by this, and we would always put like jokester gifts in there, like the great big panties and just like white elephant gifts. Like, you would always like, what am I gonna bring next year at the auction? And you always be looking for something like wild and crazy.
Well, the biggest camping prank we pulled. Oh, and by the way, yes, I have to wear my glasses while we're doing this.
Because he's old.
Oh, shut up. Spencer's Gifts was always a great source of gag stuff.
Yeah.
And we found a can of fart spray.
And
the kids, while camping, would be in tents while the parents were in their conversion vans or mobile homes. Well, my brother's tent, we took that fart spray and we emptied the can pretty much inside his tent.
Ew.
But yeah, I totally get what you're talking about when you're younger and you don't have as much common sense and you're more adventurous and stuff. We've done some crazy stuff as kids that you look back and you wonder, how am I still alive?
How are you not in jail?
No, not jail, but how are you not alive? Because I remember you mentioned that being adventurous as kids. There was a strip of road that was barely 2 car lengths wide, and they had a yellow line going down it for a period of time. And it was blind curves, so you didn't really see what was coming up. And so I'm sitting there pretending to be a tightrope walker on the yellow lines. Well, at that exact instance, 2 cars came down that road at the same time, and I had to pull my arms in, and I barely did not. I got through without a scratch.
I've heard some of the stories when you were kids. You guys were naughty.
Oh,
I'm surprised you all have your limbs also. So what are some things that you guys like to do prank-wise?
Yeah, give us ideas that I can use on Flirty.
Maybe we can do a prankster video where we prank each other.
The only problem with that
I'll
is,
win.
as soon as we see the phone set up on a tripod.
Oh no! I know how to be sneaky.
Your favorite pranks on me is to startle me because I'm so focused on what I'm doing.
I love to go into a room and just like, ah! And he freaks out. And
I jump or
coming in the house, walking around the corner, scaring him.
I just like to push your buttons.
Yeah, he's a button pusher. Not the same. All right, so we're going to continue to diamond art for a little while, and we'll take you on our daily adventure today. Hopefully we can get the dogs in some water so you can see them having some fun also.
Yes, we ended last night. We told you our usual routine is to take them for a walk. They had too much energy. We took them over to the baseball field and did our go get daddy, go get mommy, and had them run sprints. In fact, Chicote heard that and he perked right up.
So we found another place we could go have an adventure. So we'll see you in a minute.
Have fun. Our last lunch of this season's camping trip has ended. Now, we normally come down and let the dogs splash in some stream water. You like that water, Flirty?
Yeah. Remember what this place is?
What are you referring to?
The first place we went gold panning.
Yep. Yes, we used to gold pan quite a bit. Not a little bit. You don't get much from up here. Mainly what they call flour gold, which very, very fine nuggets. On the road you take to get up here, you go further up, that's even worse than the switchback mountainside dirt road that you saw yesterday. It goes to Mary Ellen's Gulch, which was, I guess, a fully functional gold mining operation that was tapped out later. But this leads down the Tybalt Fork. We came up this way because of the algae issue we told you about. We figured it's going to be a lot less likely here in the stream, so that the puppies can go ahead and play in the water up here and we don't have to be so worried about them. Chicote, Foxy! The whole thing about this, guys, is just a chance to get away, refocus, regroup, and relax. And as much as we hope that you got as much relaxation from watching with us, we know it can never beat the real thing. So if you want more information on Tybalt Fork, Granite Flats, or if you're in the Utah area, how you can go ahead and get your own little slice of off-the-gridness, I'll put the links up in the comments so that you can check it out more at your leisure as well.
Okay.
Other than that, guys, Chicote! Hey, good babies. There's our squirrel. We should have called her Doggette.
Hit it!
She's chasing that cricket until she can't realize she can't get it. This creek eventually leads into Tybalt Fork Reservoir. which we told you about, Silver Lake wise, is the one they definitely like to keep the levels up, because that's the one where most of the tourists and getaways can get to easier with their kayaks, their paddle boards, fishing. We get up here, we get feeling like we just wish we could make this last almost a lifetime. Because even though we spend 4 days up here, they go by so quickly. These guys just love to explore.
Okay, come. Come on. Come on. Come on.
And we've got to take care because people don't necessarily take out what they brought in. Hey! Sorry, but I got to get them off there, break their attention. And as it breaks down, you can see where, oh, Alicia, get them. Sorry about that. We don't mind letting the dogs run loose unless there's another dog nearby. And there was a couple going the other direction. But this is where that stream leads out to. As you can see, people getting ready to take their stuff in. Let's see. People already out there, just having fun. Cote's yanking on my arm because he cannot be without his sister.
Cote, go get the daddy.
Oh, he's got a stick. Hey.
Cote.
I gotta be careful where I throw it because, hey, bring it here. Foxy, bring it. Foxy, bring it. Good girl. No, bring it closer.
Cote, no.
Bring it. Bring it. There you go. Bring it. Okay, I got it. Can't go too far out because it's past where she can stand. She won't go there. Bring it here. Bring it here. Are you done? Yeah, she's done.
I think the dogs like to go on the ventures just as much as us. So here's a map. Good girl. Good boy. Did you play in the water? Good Willie.
I played in the water. Another great spot we'd like to bring up the dogs. Just recently we found this one. Is they've got a nice open 2-field baseball field. That way they can just walk around and strut their stuff and not have to be walking on the asphalt or hot tar. We still have to keep an eye on them though. They tend to find stuff that people leave behind, and it's not necessarily good for them. Yes, those are their leashes you see dragging behind them. There is a leash rule here, but nobody said they had to be holding the leashes. Hey, these guys have gotten to the point where they listen pretty well. In fact, sometimes at points they'll get too far away, they'll look back at us and make sure that we're still nearby. Oh, they got horseshoes set up here too.
Play in the water with the dog.
Running enough so we know that they're going to be okay. I think Flirty needs to be in.
No! Don't! Don't. Don't.
What were we talking about? Camping trains before?
No. This water is like ice cold.
Sorry, the puppies are up by there. Foxy, Chicote.
Come here.
Now you know they won't come by distraction. Come here. Good girl. She chases a stick and he chases her. Come here. Oh yeah. Ready? If I go too far that way, I think it's going to get away from her.
Girl, up that way.
In water is the only way we seem to get her to play fast. Bring it back. Foxy, bring it. Nope, she's done.
Oh, Coco got wet! He's a chicken.
Usually he won't go in the water if I'm with him. So we proud of him. Come here, boy. Good baby. Good baby. Yes. Tied up too, huh? Oh, bum dance. He likes the bum dance. Oh yeah.
Oh, Coco.
Good girl.
Good, baby. You're so cold. I think my feet are gonna fall off. Woo! It's there. I can't see it now.
So it's been a great 3 days. Made even greater by having you guys come along with us. We really appreciate it. So ends the last camping season of 2019 for us.
Boo.
But hey, there's always next year.
So are you a camper or a glamper?
We are campers. I mean, we may be in a trailer, but all it really is, it's 36 years old. Mainly a tent off the ground. But thank you guys for joining us. If you'd like to come on more of our adventures, make sure you hit the little bell down below so you'll know when the next one is. But for now,
Thanks for joining us.
it's time to count some sheep.
Mm.
Good night.
From
Flirty!
Flirty and a little bit dirty.
Foxy and Chakotay are all worn out, or they'd say hi too.
Good night.
Guys.